Mike Sullivan. I'm a former IRS agent and teaching instructor with IRS. Welcome to my YouTube station. Today I'm going to talk to you today about the IRS financial statement is how is IRS going to drill down on you. I worked at IRS for 10 years. Been in private practice for 40 years. I'm still carrying on. I have a whole team of former IRS agents and CPAs and tax attorneys. We all work together. I've been on the news many times. I just shoot these videos at home. You want to see me in a coat and tie, see me on the national news, Newsmax, and all the others. Newsmax, ABC, NBC, Fox Business, all the stations. They comment, I comment about the things going on. So today, I'm going to talk to you about IRS drilling down on your financial statement and what they're looking for. IRS can only close cases by getting a financial statement. That's the only way they know how to collect or put your case in uncollectible or do an offer. So basically, what happens when me or a former or another agent looks at your case? When I used to look at your case, the only two things I'm interested on your financial statement. Yeah, there's a lot of sundry things you look at. The only things I'm really looking at is your assets and your income and your expenses. This is the only things I really care about, because the only way I can really collect is from your asset base. You have an IRA, you have money in the bank, you have boats, you have RVs, anything that I could sell, anything that's over and above necessary, I'm going to want you to get rid of. And for the income and expense side, IRS only allows you X amount of expenses. They don't allow the expenses you have. They're going to really thin you down. If you want to know what IRS is going to allow, just go ahead and Google IRS national standards for food and clothing, for housing and utilities, for car payments, and for car operation. IRS is going to dictate to you what you can spend. So at the end of the day, IRS is going to say, boom, they have assets they can liquidate. They may be able to get a home equity, a home line of credit, and boy, they have too much money, so I want that money on a payment agreement. So how is IRS going to close your case? After they look at your financial statement, they're either going to put you into currently non-collectible. Keyword is currently. That means they take that financial statement, they say, they can't pay a thing now, but I'm going to have it come out in 2-3 years. They bring the case back out to review at that time. They're going to look at your income statement and say, I think they can do a payment agreement based on how much they make and the expenses we allow. I think they can make a couple $1,000s a month. Or you can file an offer and compromise to settle your tax debt. Problem with offers is everyone thinks they're eligible for it. If you talk to anyone, everyone thinks they can settle their case through the offer and compromise pro, and you can't. You can't. There were about 70,000 offers filed last year. I think 14,000 were accepted. Most of the offers get kicked back because people don't know what they're doing, and now you just extended the statute for a year plus the time it was an offer status. Do not give your case to anybody unless they looked at your current financial statement and you have an attorney, a CPA, or an enrolled agent talking to you. Those are the only people that can represent you. So many people get suckered into salespeople. 95% of the people who are talking to you and signing you up are salespeople, and they don't do absolutely nothing. If you were to ask them this question just for kicks and giggles. What are the different things that extend the statute of limitation? Just ask them that question. They can't answer that. There's 4 or 5 things. You're speaking to a salesman. You have to go to someone that knows what they're doing. So anyway, that's how IRS is going to drill down on your financial statement. They're going to look at your ability to pay, but if you can't pay, they will put you in a currently non-collectible status. Don't give your money to anyone unless you know they are either an attorney, an enrolled agent, or a CPA, because they can't represent you before IRS. We have all those 3 on staff. If you call our office, you'll speak directly to me. I'm the only one who takes the calls. If I can't work your case, I tell you, give me a subscription if you would. I'd really appreciate it. Subscriptions help us. Thank you.